Meet Jawahir. At just 5 years old, she had already faced a life of hardship. Her home country was at the brink of an outbreak of a recurring civil war that is almost always unforgiving to women and children. Forced to flee, her parents handed her over to a new life without them. In Europe, Jawahir quickly discovers that she has to be brave to stand up for herself in a new home away from home in Amsterdam. She found fame through a national modeling competition, which segued her into the world of reality TV onto shows like Holland's Next Top Model and Too Hot to Handle. On Kwambox's podcast today, we sit down with this superstar for a candid conversation on the impact of her childhood to the woman that she is today and how she is slowly finding her way back to Africa.
Hi guys, it's Jawa here. Jawa is not in Amsterdam, but she's here in Nairobi with Kwambox today, and we are ready for the podcast. And the quote goes like this: because the world loves beauty best when it's quiet, loves ambition best when it's polished, loves women best when they are soft but never spilling. And
Clack it.
Exactly. And I was like, I'm so tired of holding the spill. I want to be outspoken. I want to say what I want. I want to chase my dreams. And yeah, I'm afraid I'm always going to be that girl that's always outspoken.
All right, guys.
Oh my God.
I know some of you are asking yourself, Kwambox, who is this fine lady sitting next to you? I'm going to tell you, if you don't have a Netflix subscription, that's what's going on. You know, that's the fastest way to know who doesn't have a Netflix subscription. But it also means that maybe you don't watch reality shows. And let me tell you, I used to be just like you. I have starred in a reality show, not once, but twice, right? But have I sat down to watch? At that point, I used to be that babe. I'm like, oh my God, there's just something about reality shows, I don't get it. And then one friend of mine called me once. She's like, I'm coming to your house. I was like, yeah, bet. I have a TV. We're chilling. And then she's like, yo, bring the remote. And she switched to one of these shows. I can't remember what it was. I think it was The Circle or something like that. And let me tell you guys, I was hooked. So by the time I was watching Jawahir on Too Hot to Handle, hey, guys, we were over here. Right? And I never imagine when you're watching these shows, you never think, you know, one day I'll be seated with this person who'll just be beating stories so that I can ask them,
Did you like it? It's such a long time ago.
I absolutely enjoyed it.
Oh
what you're talking
God.
about. No, you should never say it was such a long time ago. I still have a Netflix subscription, which I'm paying for. When I walk to my living room, switch on the TV, and I'm like putting on your show, that tells you how old I am. I walked to the living room, switched on the TV. I just didn't do it from my phone. Anyway, when I'm picking a show, I don't say, like, I'm watching Friends. I'm watching rerun of Friends.
But Friends is fun. It's a nice show. I like Friends.
Even these shows, all shows are nice. Like, you can watch, like, I'm watching shows like, those ones which I didn't watch when it was hot at that time, but then I'm watching it now. And I'm like, you guys, how come you didn't put me on this stuff? And it's like, that show is like 20 years old. I'm like, it's dope.
It's a good show.
But it's so good to have you here. I know we've had our chat on radio, but we've been saying we're going to do it on the podcast, so it's much more large format. But yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a while.
Yeah, no.
But happy to be back.
I was so excited when you texted me and you're like, I'm going to be in town. I was like, what? I can't wait for us to have this conversation.
Yeah, I was here in December, but it was just a quick one. I was here for a week.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, I have to go back and see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, man.
Thank you for having me.
You know, last time we had a conversation, I realized that, well, because we're on the radio, we went right into you as a reality show star and life after. We're going to get into that. But I always wanted to know, where did you grow up? Are you born in Kenya, in Amsterdam? Because you mentioned Amsterdam right now, and I'm like, girl.
So it's a long story. I was born on the border of Somalia and Kenya. And
like Moyale?
Yes.
Really?
Moyale, like south of Somalia, Moyale.
Yeah.
Like Kenya. And we moved to Kenya when I was 5 years old. There was a war, the Al-Shabaab war, obviously. And I moved to Nairobi when I was 5 years old. Lived here for 3 years. And then I got adopted by my aunt. Actually, she adopted me when I was 5, lived here with her for 3 years, and then we moved to the Netherlands when I was 8 years old. And ever since, I've been living in the Netherlands since I was 8 years old. But I'm Somali, Kenyan, and Ethiopian.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're right. No, it's not even a pointy, it's a 0.6. No, seriously. But then when we were kids, there was a point where guys said, like, you're only a pointy if you're mixed with, like, I think white or something.
Right.
But, like, if you're also mixed, like, you know, I'm Somali, I'm Ethiopian, I'm Kenyan. That's why there's a pointy in there somewhere.
It's really East African to the core.
Which one do you resonate with the most? I kind of know, but I just want to hear from you.
Kenya, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd say you're Somali.
No, Somalis don't accept me.
What? No.
No, like, I feel like when Somalis look at me, they're like, is she Somali? And then they're like, oh, probably no, because I got tats, and obviously I grew up in the West. Mm-hmm. And by the way I dress and walk and carry myself, I don't think I'm just like, compared to like other Somali girls.
Yeah.
Obviously I don't cover my hair, so yeah, that makes me different.
Did you grow up Muslim?
Yes, I grew up Muslim, correct.
Are you Muslim?
Yes, I'm Muslim.
Okay.
Yes.
But not the stereotypical.
Not the stereotypical one. I'm more like a modern Muslim because I grew up in 3 different cultures. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of the term third culture kid?
Tell me.
So a third culture kid is a child who grows up in 3 different cultures. Mm. And then it's really hard because you don't really actually belong somewhere, because when you're in Kenya, you're Jawahir from the West. Mm. And then when you're in the West, you're the foreigner. And then when you're around your Somali people, then you're just like, but you're partially Kenyan and Ethiopian, so you're not really Somali. So you don't really belong in one culture. So that, hence the term third culture kid.
Have you been to Somalia?
Never been back. I think it's so a lot of it's a cultural thing. For example, in Somalia, to get circumcised, and I'm one of the only women in my family, bio family, that did not get circumcised. And I fear that one day if I went back, I will be seen differently because of that. So I feel like I got really lucky to have that escape from that. So no, I've never been drawn back to Somalia, but maybe one day I should go visit.
Especially where you were born.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to, I don't know, feel, especially with what you just described of not feeling that sense of belonging completely in a space. Mm-hmm. Maybe the place where you were born, you would feel
more of like a belonging
connection. I don't know. The people always say this stuff like you go somewhere where you were when you were a kid and you're like, oh my God, I can feel something here.
I've been here before.
Yeah.
I wonder. I think I have that feeling more to Kenya. Mm-hmm. Whenever I'm like around Nairobi or like up north in Kenya or like the coast, I just feel really at home.
Wait, when you say up north in Kenya, mm-hmm. I want you to know that for 99% of Kenyans, the farthest north they have been is called TRM.
Where is that?
Thika Road more. Because Thika Road goes all the way to Ethiopia.
Oh, really?
Right? So I don't know if you know which one is Thika Road.
No, I don't know. I know it goes to Thika.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. So after Thika, you keep going. That road goes all the way till Moyale to Ethiopia.
Yeah, I've been to Moyale.
Really?
Yeah, that's up north what I mean.
Is that your shags?
Yeah, like that's where my grandparents come from. Mm-hmm. And I was actually born in Afmado. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Girl, I'm telling you, the farthest we've gone is TRM. Okay, Kenyatta University, right?
Kenyatta University.
But that's as far as we've gone.
Oh my God, you should go up north. It's nice.
I was telling a friend of mine recently that that's the road trip I want to do next.
Oh my God, yeah. I will join you.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about that side. Like I know map stuff, but like, I don't know, like which town were you saying?
Afmado and Moyale.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you come from Afmado?
Yes.
Ah.
And then lived in Moyale for a bit. And then Nairobi, actually in Moi Air Base. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of that?
The airport?
Yeah.
You were ready to get out of here.
Yeah, Kambia Jeshi. Yeah. That's where I grew up.
Really?
For 3 years, yeah. Went to school there. Mm-hmm. And then we moved to the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you remember yourself moving from Nairobi to Netherlands? Or were you too young?
I remember it. It was actually 2008, 18th of June. I remember it as if it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I remember leaving Nairobi, and then my uncle was like, oh my God, ni baridi sana. It's so cold out there. Wear a jacket. And we arrived at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam, and we're looking like a bunch of like penguins midsummer in Europe.
Because it's hot.
Because it's hot, yeah. And he's like, oh, it's so cold. Cover up, cover up. So we had these puffy big jackets. That's how I remember it. And I remember the houses looking like cartoon houses. And
because of the colors.
Yeah, of the colors, yeah. And then we moved to this small Dutch village called Sprangkapelle. And everyone was white. And I was the only black girl in my school. And I had like curly hair. And then all these white kids would like touch my hair and be like, oh my God, what nice. And I was so annoyed by it because I was like, don't touch my hair.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then learned Dutch within 6 months. Really went into the culture, and ever since, yeah, grew up.
Did you miss home?
At times, yes. At times I did. I think one of the things, when you're adopted, you actually wonder like about your parents, or like, okay, where am I from? Are they coming to get me one day? As a child, you just really wonder, because I remember growing up as a child and seeing other parents in school come to pick up their children, and you're just like, oh my God, I wish like my parents were here. You know, that longing of like a home, or like a feeling of a mom or a dad, that I had, yeah.
And where were your parents?
Well, my parents were not in my life. So they, you know, like how African parents are like, okay, let's give her away for a better life. But I feel like it's a big taboo when it comes to like the emotional part, because they were not really emotionally there, also physically not there. So for a really long time, I thought maybe like my parents, like, yeah, they don't care, you know. But I wasn't in contact with them until I was like 18. Yeah.
And this whole time, what do you know is going on?
This whole time I knew like, okay, they gave me away because they wanted me to have a better life. And obviously my mom is a politician and my dad is a business Muslim man. So it was, I don't know, it was like I was just given away and no one came to check or like, hey, Jay, are you okay? You know, it was just like, okay, she's in the West and
she's safe.
Yeah, she's safe. And I remember at some point I thought like, they're dead, like they're not alive, they're not coming to get me.
Yeah.
So mentally I positioned myself into this emotional state of like, always take care of yourself. You're the only one who you have, and go, 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 go. And that's been actually my survival mode for years. And that is one of the things that has driven me to achieve everything I have achieved. But eventually reached an age where I was just like survival mode doesn't work anymore. And that's when I went into therapy and I learned about like how survival mode will work for a really long time, but eventually it will interfere with your life. And then you will have to sit down and then emotionally like process the trauma, do the shadow work. And we don't like the shadow work. Yeah. But had to do that. And then, yeah, fully embraced my inner child and held her. And I was like, you know what, it's going to be okay. And yeah, that's how I ended up on the therapist journey. And
now you're studying to be a therapist.
Yes, I'm studying to be a therapist.
A therapist.
Excuse me.
Psychiatrist.
A therapist psychologist.
Psychologist.
Yes.
And you're saying that the reason why you got into this is because you also see in your life how that has been impactful. And you're like, this is something that I could help other people with. Yes,
definitely. And I feel like going through all this, like being adopted like 3 times and being a war child, it shapes you to become really resilient. And I feel like it makes me a good therapist because I can actually tell the story that I've been through to my clients and be like, okay, this is what I've been through. And I can tell you that after survival mode, something better is there for you. And you can heal, you can grow, and you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. Yeah. And I can only teach that because I am the living proof of that. And I don't want to teach anything that I don't embody. Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah. Something has just popped in my head while you're talking, and I was asking myself, this significant life thing happened that was beyond your control, that shaped how you ended up in the Netherlands or away from home, because this was your home,
Yes.
right? And because of this real significant life thing is happening, you were forced to have to be a stranger in other people's land.
Exactly.
I'm curious, what do you know was going on that made you guys have to shift? Like, what was going on with that war? Do you have any idea?
In the
of
war?
Yeah.
So it was obviously Al-Shabaab and the female, like being circumcised and like my parents fearing for that to happen to me, and also just in search of a better life. And my parents, I think at the time, they just wanted to protect me. When I was younger, I didn't understand it because I was like, why would they give me away? And as a child, you have this feeling of like anger and just questioning like, why me? And why did they give me away and not the others? But I think eventually it was for the best. Now that I'm older, I can see it. And yeah, sometimes you don't get to choose what happens to you, but you get to choose how you go on about it and what you make of yourself. Yeah.
And when you were in Netherlands, what would they be saying about what's going on in your home country?
Well, they had a lot of things to say. Also, like being a black woman in a Western country is really hard. And the village I grew up in, it was just very Protestant. Is that how you say the word?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my English is not so good.
It's cool.
And they're very strict Christian, and us coming there as black people, it was just like people would just stare at you. And I used to play handball, and I remember one of the girls not wanting to shake my hand because I was black. Yeah, it was crazy. I remember one day I fell while playing handball and I was bleeding, and the white girl was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know black people bled. Like, I didn't know your blood was red." So imagine being a young black girl and having to, honestly, it's crazy, right? It's a lot. Honestly, it was a lot to go through. Like,
That's
a lot.
so wild.
Yeah.
I know it's so innocent, but it's wild. Like,
It is
I didn't,
wild.
Wow. Yeah.
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 It is wild.
And this, you have to go through this. Like, it's not like, I can check out. Like, my parents are coming to pick me up, bye, I'm out.
No, you have to go through it. And sometimes you just have to ignore it. But also you can't be too angry because you will always be that angry black girl. So you always have to like take a deep breath, hold yourself back and be like, okay, I'll just keep my head up high and I'll just go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I did. And I'm happy I did.
What did you want to be? First I have to say, I would never have thought you played any sports. Not in a bad way.
No, I used to play handball. I played 6 years of handball.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
I think anybody who's watching, I always say, make sure your kids are playing at least one sport. Just find something for them to do. It sticks with you. I think the tenets of sports and, sportsmanship and teamwork and all those things that you can learn as you're with people, you don't get that if you're not playing sports. I don't know where guys get it from, but sports helps with that. But like when you were in school, from people who've gone through tough times, like maybe like war or something, and your parents have done all this to try and give you a better life. Did you always feel like that chip on your shoulder, like, I can't afford to mess up because we've gone through it, to give me this life?
Exactly. Yeah. Growing up, I was always very hard on myself, still am. It's still in me. So I always like to win. So I always like to be the best, like on top of my class. If I run with someone, I always want to run faster. It's crazy. Yeah. I always want to do my best. And sometimes it's healthy and sometimes it's not. But that chip on my shoulder, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Because what did you want to be? What did you, as you're, now, there's not like in Kenya where you can only be one thing. There's many things you can be. What did you want to be?
I always actually wanted to go into the army. It's crazy, I know. I always loved the uniforms. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to be in the army. But obviously,
Able producer ran for us the uniform for Amsterdam here for Netherlands, but like you never hear Netherlands in the army. Fighting anybody.
We are very peaceful. We are very peaceful.
Yeah.
Flat as a pancake country. Nothing ever happens in the Netherlands.
That's why you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to wear this uniform.
Like I can't wait for the drama.
I wonder what if people in Iran are saying that. I just can't wait to join the army.
No, they won't. They won't. So yeah, did that. If that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then I ended up studying 3 years of nursing. And then after nursing, I did international business studies. And then I went into the psychology.
That is a lot of reading, and you have not yet made up your mind what it is you want to do.
Yeah, I was so confused. I was trying to figure it out. It was really hard. But I'm glad I found.
Nursing. And then you're like, let's go try this other thing.
Let's switch.
Let's go try it.
You know, the thing is, growing up as a African woman, they always whisper stuff in your ear. So you have to be a doctor or like a pilot or like those are the only things that are appreciated, and it gives you worth.
Yeah.
So growing up as this young black girl, I was like, okay, I have to be a nurse, I have to be a doctor, or I have to be a pilot or something like a lawyer. That's when, you know, like you hear your parents continuously talking about this topic.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't be an actress, I can't be a reality star, I can't be a model, like they will look down on me, so I have to be that. So I did 3 years of that, and then my patient ended up passing away, and that's when I went to the bathroom and I cried for 1 hour straight, and I was like, this is not going to be my life. I was like, nah, this is not going to be my life, I'm not gonna finish this.
Okay.
Yeah, Aki. That's when I decided to switch.
I always think about, like, I do have a few friends who are nurses and nurse practitioners, and until you sit down and talk to them about losing patients, and you know, it's not like it's once in a year. It could be like 3 patients in that day, you know. And in my head, I'm like, how are you adding weight, sister?
When I add weight,
like, how are you eating after someone has died? Like, you know, and then they tell you like, you kind of get used to it.
Yeah, you do. You actually do eventually, but I couldn't get used to it.
Yeah.
I'm such a softie.
That's how you know you can't take that call.
No, I can't.
Wait. Yeah.
But eventually, I was actually talking to the doctor the other day, and she was like, you eventually like get numb to it. Like, you see people like passing away, and you're just like, okay, it's a part of life, it's a part of your job, and then you get over it. I was like, no. I couldn't. I was crying for an hour straight. I was like, nah, this is not going to be my life.
That's so sad. So here you are in the bathroom bawling your eyes. Did you have any inclination that one day you will be this too hot to handle superstar?
No, not too hard to handle superstar. But I remember when I was 13, I used to write diaries. I still do. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I remember writing, I was like, okay, when I reach 22, I'm going to live in Hollywood. I was like, just like dreaming, because I used to watch these reality shows, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be living on the Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah. I was just writing it. And then eventually when I became 22, it all became a reality. I was like manifesting it without even knowing about the word manifesting. Yeah. And it all became true, and I was just like, wow, it really happened. Yeah.
So at this point, because Too Hot to Handle is not in the Netherlands.
No, Too Hot to Handle is actually an international show, and they film it in Turks and Caicos. Yeah.
I would go to Turks and Caicos only if they offer. Like, I would accept to be on that show only if they offered me the trip. I'd be like, it's cool. I'll do your show while I enjoy Turks and Caicos.
It's a paradise.
I can imagine.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. The water is so blue.
Yeah.
When Beyonce says the water's so blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
And gorgeous human beings.
Yes.
Right?
Rich people.
The temptations.
So high.
So tell me, how did you get into this show?
It was actually funny. I was on a night out, and then I received a DM on Instagram. They said, "Hey Jay, we've been following you for a while, and we want you to join this show called Wild Love." And I showed my friend, and he goes, "Jay, just react to it, like see what happens." Reacted to it on a Sunday. Got the DM on a Saturday, reacted it on a Sunday, and on a Wednesday I was on the flight to London to meet the Netflix team, and then a week later I was in Turks and Caicos.
What?
It just went.
It was just like that.
Yeah, it was so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you went in, because I get a lot of DMs, but 99% of them I'm just like, yo, con somebody else, not part of your cons. Because, you get people DMing you like, oh, there's a campaign. And I'm like, nah.
Don't
They follow the official channels, right? This show didn't exist before that, or was it season?
Oh no, this was season 4, so
4.
it already existed.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've never watched Too Hard to Handle.
Yeah.
I actually watched it when I was in quarantine in Turks and Caicos. So it was COVID time.
Oh yeah, because just COVID time.
Yeah, it was COVID time. Yeah.
Quarantine. Yeah, you just
still
said quarantine.
remember how that happened? That was so crazy. Can you believe that actually happened?
Wild.
Right?
Wild.
Imagine telling your children later.
Hey.
Like, there was COVID and we were not allowed to go outside.
Let's hope there's no other one coming before, anytime soon. Knock on wood, yes. But yeah, it was COVID time. So you watched the show while you were in quarantine?
Yes, I was with my chaperone and we were staying at an Airbnb. And she was like, Jay, I want you to watch this show. And I was like, okay, let's watch it. And I was like, oh my God, I like it. But they should put like multiple, like different people in it. I was like, everyone is so skinny and so pretty. Like they should like mix it up. The next day I went to film the show. They put me in a car and they put like a towel on the window of the car so I couldn't look outside.
Yeah.
Got out of the car, they put a towel on me and they put me straight in front of the mirror and I had to like fix my makeup. And after that, it was just like running on the beach. So the first scene that you see of me running on the beach, that's how
it happened.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
I always wonder, because even with Big Brother, they had chaperones. I think they didn't want us to see who the other contestants were.
Yeah, they have to hide each other.
Yeah.
So you see each other when you first get on camera.
Yeah. We don't know each other, guys.
We just met.
We don't know each other. We're all just starting out. Like, even if I could, this guy is going to be the show. Nobody cares. It's like, we're all just starting out. But I guess, the stakes are high, especially if you get to know who's on the show before and they start talking about it prior. It's kind of crazy. But let's talk about that moment where the lights, the cameras start. Because before that, 2 weeks before that, there was you didn't even know that you were going to be on a show. No. But here you are now on a reality show where, they don't say cut. Now, could you step aside? Let's discuss this. It's rolling.
Exactly.
Did you have any nerves? Because you hadn't been on camera before this.
I've been on camera before. I did Holland's Next Top Model when I was 19.
What?
Yeah, I did that.
Did we talk about this? I think you told me about this.
Yeah, like way back years ago.
Yeah.
So I did Holland's Next Top Model when I was 19. And it was always a dream of mine to be shot by Nigel Barker.
Yeah.
Love that man.
So here you're the right person to ask this question, right?
What's
before
the
we get
question?
back to how to handle,
Okay.
right? So I'm sure you've watched the expose.
I did.
What are your thoughts?
Oh my God. I feel like it's so unfair.
Really? On
it
who?
is. On the models.
Okay.
I feel like Tyra was a monster.
Really?
Honestly, like the things that she made them do.
Yeah.
That is wild.
What was your experience on the show?
Similar, actually. I remember them cutting my hair, and I didn't want my hair to be cut.
Sister, what?
Yeah, they cut my hair. And they chopped it up so badly. And also we had this makeup artist that didn't know how to do black people makeup. So babe, they made me so gray. I looked like I was ready for the casket. Honestly, it was so embarrassing.
And there's nothing you can do.
Actually, it was so embarrassing. I hated it. Every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh my God, this is horrible.
And you can't tell the makeup artist because she's the professional here.
Yes, she's the professional. So I would like quickly run to the bathroom and just like wipe it off and put my own makeup quickly. That's how I used to do.
That's how you survived. Did they, what's the most hectic thing they asked you to do? And you're just, at some point you even just say, okay, what am I doing here?
I think it was, it was the first season where boys and girls were in one house. The first season in Holland's Next Top Model. And then I remember I got into a fight. And then they were like continuously like filming me. And imagine being a 19-year-old girl getting into a fight with another 19-year-old. And the elder people in that moment, the mature people that have to actually control the situation are filming it as an entertainment.
Yeah.
And they're like following you around and trying to like, a camera in your face. I think that was too much.
Isn't that what they did to that girl as well? The one who, in the expose, who slept with the guy when she was drunk. And she kept complaining. And Tyra the next day was basically prodding her about that scenario to make content off of it. But someone would argue that, I know. Someone would argue that there is a contract. Like as you're going into this, you know what to expect. You're jumping in knowing what they're going to do to you.
That's true. You do sign a contract. But I think we're all human, and sometimes things can be too hectic, and being constantly filmed. So, for example, on Too Hard to Handle, we had cameras on the toilet, we had cameras in the shower, we had cameras like on top of our bed, we had microphones in the bed, and we had like cameras that could like see you in the dark. So there's no privacy at all. They control what time you eat, they control what time you go to sleep. There are no clocks in the villa, so you don't even know how much time you're sleeping. You have no idea like what day it is. You're just rolling. And someone else is just, you know, like playing you around like a puppet.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think to a certain point, it's sort of like signing away a piece of your soul.
It is. You know, I did Big Brother twice. I'm sure I mentioned it. And what you just described is the Big Brother house.
How was
no
that for
clocks, no time, no. They'd even control music.
you? Oh my God.
So there was only like 10 songs that would be on repeat for 3
it will
months.
go crazy.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they control the temperature. So if they don't want you in the house, they want you out doing outdoors activities. They reduce the temperature all the way to like -5. Exactly.
Oh my
So
God, that's
it's
actually
like
torture.
Exactly.
That's
You know.
awful.
So I was telling guys like, let's give Tyra her time to be roasted, and then now we'll come and bring our Big Brother expose. Because I feel like if Big Brother people speak about their experiences, even these things of having cameras in such awkward places like the toilet and the bathroom,
It's so unnecessary, actually.
no, but it's not. That tells you what kind of audiences we have in this world. Think about it. There's somebody who's their whole... Because like with Big Brother, they used to have a separate channel. So on DSTV would have like 8, 9. And then, or 190. You Big Brother guys can tell me, I never watched the show. But like the next channel on the station would be for shower hour. Yeah. And all those private, you know, toilet stuff, bathroom stuff. Yeah. And
That's
people
awful.
would pay extra for that,
watch that.
on the other channel.
That's actually scary.
Exactly. So
What
when
are you people doing? Oh my God.
So I know that there will be an expose one day about Big Brother Africa because I met a president of a country. President. And the first question they asked me was,
A whole president.
yeah, how come you never used to shower naked?
How do you
Those
know?
are the first words out of his presidential mouth.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
way. Who's this president?
Like we would let's just say he's no longer president.
Thank God.
But yeah,
That
it's
is
life.
awful. How did you feel in that moment? I'll be just like,
Everybody, of course, you know, because it's a president talking, everybody around him is just giggling and like, because everything that comes out of his mouth is just like gold and funny. But it was, I'd never forget that. It was such an awkward experience, but then very proud because it was like, oh, so you noticed I wasn't showering naked? Because I was working my ass off not to have photos of me or videos of me naked.
Yeah.
So, you know, they would control like water because it's winter. So they'd make sure like, the water is not hot the time you want to shower. They want you to shower at a specific time. So they'll be like, yeah, the water is hot. I'm like, look, I've been to a boarding school in Kenya. I'm not afraid of cold water.
like, I'm surviving.
I'm like 6 a.m. What? I'm there with my bikini. I'm just like... You can show your viewers that if you want.
my God.
So yeah, never used to make it. But like... There's people who are shouting their titties you're just like...
You're just all the way naked.
Yeah.
But
So
it's brave of you, though, to keep that for yourself and have respect. Like, oh, they don't deserve to see that.
yeah, so you know, I can't wait for the Big Brother expose because it's definitely gonna be super hectic. But yeah, these are, you know, I remember when I was in Big Brother All Stars, there was 2 people who had a mental breakdown.
I understand. Did you guys have a psychologist on?
That's
on
a
the
great
show?
question. Thank you so much for that question because I'm the guest now on the show.
You're welcome.
But, you know, somebody asked me that and they were talking about it from a point of like, have I ever sat down with a psychologist to just unpack the reality show stuff? And I said, yes, I did. So when you're going into the house, they do psychometric evaluations,
They
right?
do, yeah.
Lots of psychometric, which is just they just want to see if you're going to kill someone in the house.
Exactly.
Right?
If you're a danger to yourself and others.
That's it.
She's
it's not about,
check.
Once you have made that, like they say, yes, she can still drunk drive, you can go in there and do your thing, right?
You can.
And then when you leave the house, there's a debriefing that happens for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
That's it.
And then everybody packs their bag and goes back to their country.
Wait, they don't call you after like the show comes out to check up on you? Like, hey, how are you feeling about this situation?
Ours is live, remember? Big Brother is live.
Oh
Yes, it's live. So, yeah. So 90 days of live. Everybody is watching every single thing that you do from the moment you got out of the car.
Oh my God. That is intense,
90 days, yeah.
That is intense. I feel like people that go on reality shows deserve free therapy.
For the rest of their lives.
Honestly,
yeah.
It can really mess with your mind if you're mentally not strong.
Tell me one thing that when you did reality shows that you knew, okay, this I got from the show, whether it's whatever.
I think when I did Holland's Next Top Model, I remember going outside and I couldn't like wear normal, like I couldn't wear like joggers and like go outside with my hair in a bun. I always had to be like really well put together because you don't know who's snapping a picture of you or like who's just going to come up to you and be like, oh my God, you Jawahir and da-da-da-da. Or you don't know which gossip page is going to talk about you tomorrow because you're walking around not looking like glamorous, you know? And I feel like sometimes as a 19-year-old, I just wanted to be free. Maybe go outside with like my joggers and my Uggs in the winter, go to the supermarket and buy ice cream. But it made me so self-conscious. Yeah. Especially being put in front of the cameras at such a young age, because that's the age that you're figuring out like a lot about your appearance and what clothes fit better and do boys like me or not. And and
that time you have the whole world just criticizing
every inch of you. Yeah.
Mine is a bit different. So I did I'm a beauty queen as well.
I can see that.
You know me, you know, girl. Thank you. But yeah, so I remember when you just mentioned the being self-aware. I had played sports at this point in my life, right? I was super playing sports, and I didn't know.
What kind of sports did you play?
I played basketball.
My God. I would too if I had your.
And then I swam, but like more professionally was basketball. And I actually, if you would have asked me, like my mind, I think was thinking that, you know, let me get a scholarship or something like that. But like, I'd never been like the center of the attention. I just know we playing teams, and then when I was crowned as a beauty queen, all of a sudden there's all these things like you should present yourself like this and like that.
Sound like this.
And all of a sudden now I'm like starting to question like, what am I wearing? Like, who's looking at me? And I remember that particularly is the reason I hated modeling. Because I was like, I don't care about, like, I love how I look, but now I'm trying to put myself in another position that just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I think people who go to reality shows, especially in a show where you're going for 90 days, and if I'm being honest, I think you need like maybe three or eternity of therapy. I know people till today still that experience left them scarred. Exactly. I actually don't think I've ever met anybody from Big Brother who we just, you know, even if we're not in the same show, we just see each other from across the room and we're like, you know,
you survived the same
soldiers. It's like soldiers, veterans. It doesn't matter whether you went to the same war, but like the moment you know, oh, you're a veteran.
Yeah. Gotcha. Same.
So you didn't. I mean, you never thought. You clearly had an inclination that you were going to do TV stuff. That was your.
Yeah. Like
you were looking at yourself and you're like, yo, I know I'm going to be on TV one day, right? And actually, I said it off camera. Maybe not ask it like that, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Okay, were you a token contestant on Holland's Got Talent. Isn't the average height of everyone in Holland like 6 something? Like
On Holland's Next Top Model.
yeah, next top model.
Yeah, I was really tiny. Yeah, I was really tiny. I'm like 164, 165 on a good day, centimeters. And I was really tiny. And I think it was partially like, mostly just my personality. Yeah, that got me far. But my height wouldn't save me on a...
Yeah, I think personality plays a huge role in a lot of things.
In reality shows especially.
Yeah, especially. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Too Hot to Handle, man. So here you are. You've already done beauty pageant, beauty...
Yeah. Holland's Next Top Model.
Modeling show. Yeah. And now you're like... Did you feel like you wanted to be in another show or...
I was scared. Yeah, because... when you go on a reality show and then it comes out, people are online like saying and everyone that's been on a reality show can be like, okay, I'm gonna ignore it. But at the end of the day, you will go to bed and be like, oh yeah, think of that comment. Like that one time someone said my forehead was big. And I'm just like, it's not even big, but it feels big at that moment. You would look in the camera,
you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, it will be in the back of your head, you know? So I was like, okay, I will do it. I want to do another one, but oh my God, they're going to judge me. What are they going to say about my nose? Or like, you know, like you have little insecurities and you're like, oh my God, are they going to say something about my height or like about my hair? Yeah, but eventually I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And I'm glad I did it. It taught me a lot about myself. And yeah, I'm happy I did it.
Now, let's talk about your family because, well, reality shows and reality stars, as we are on the screen, right? There's people who are watching you who feel, because people are talking, they want to defend you. It's their natural setting, Can't talk about my sister like that. You can't talk about my daughter like that. You can't talk about my niece like that, right?
Can't talk about my cousin like that.
Or then there's the flip side of like, Jawahir.
What did you do? Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, previously on
Jawahir's live. Yeah, honestly. I was wild. I was 21 and I was wild. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to give this a show drama they want and I'm going to be all in myself. Yeah. And I remember the show coming out and not telling my parents. Yeah, I know. Like I told my white adoptive parents because obviously they're very free. I didn't tell my bio parents because I was terrified. And then eventually my mom saw and she goes, you caused your dad a heart attack. I was like, what? Like I didn't speak to my mom for like 6 months straight. Yeah, when the show came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you afraid of what they would say?
Well, they were not happy about it. They were not happy about it. Like my white parents were like supportive and they were like, okay, like as long as you didn't commit the act on television and kept your legs closed, we're very pleased about it. But my African mom, she saw me with a bikini on television and she was like, hey! She lost it, yeah. But eventually she got over it. Yeah. Even till this day, she's like, you're still my daughter. I'm still really proud of you. But don't go naked again on television. Please don't embarrass us.
Would you have your daughter on a reality show?
I would.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
But you understand where the folks are coming from, seeing you in a bikini on TV. Like...
I do understand. Obviously, the culture and the religion. But a part of me also just wanted to do it because I was so rebellious. And I was like, see, I can make you angrier, like it was just trying to poke. Yeah.
Do you think if you were living with your parents, like your bio parents?
My bio parents.
Yeah. I've not had anyone saying my bio parents, my other parents.
I think I would have done it. I think it would have been a part of my path that I came here for. And I would have done it, but I think they would just put me to the side.
And especially because I see as a Somali, I know you're Kenyan
and Ethiopian,
and the Ethiopian side. Yeah. Do Ethiopians judge as much as Somalis?
No,
I feel like Somalis are like, you can't do that because I have another friend as well who's Somali, and she's nobody's more rebellious than Bananas Overdose.
I love her. That's my girl. I love you, girl.
Shout out to you, girl.
Oh my gosh, shout out to her. Yeah, have you heard her Somali songs?
Of course.
Girl. Oh my God.
I don't know what she's saying, but we're like, Habibi, we're here for it.
Yeah, let's go.
But do you see her comments? Like, I remember when she did, she released something Harambe, which is in protest of, Somalis who probably don't even know her personally, who are like, you can't be doing this as a Somali girl.
Yeah, you can't be behaving like this.
Yeah, so she took Harambe, which is a popular term in Kenya of coming together to do something, and she coined it to Harambe, like Harambe. You get, like, she's like, yes, I'm a Harambe, and which was aggravating them even more. She was getting things like death threats.
Oh my God.
Or people just be like, we're going to kill you, we're going to do all sorts of things to you because you're a Somali sister, right? So for you who's on a huge reality show, which Netflix has poured money. What did you say? You are gonna watch this show whether you like it or not.
It's in your face.
It's in your face everywhere.
Yeah.
You understand when Netflix pours money on something, like even if you're trying to in the middle of your show, it's a pop-up. They want you to watch this show.
Yeah, so I remember they also had like my picture on the cover.
On everywhere. Okay, especially from East Africa, we know our Somali sisters. Anyway, we're like, that's the show we are watching. Who's that? Right?
Yeah.
Did you have any challenges, especially being a Somali girl online?
Yes, I did. I remember when they found out I'm like partially Somali, there's this guy that made a TikTok about me, and he was, I don't remember his name. I'm not even going to mention it. He said like, oh, Jawahir is an Illuminati plan to like distract the community, the Somali community. And he's like, oh, they're planting a seed in your head by putting this Somali girl here, and she's a puppet, and she's meant to like distract the Somali girls and let them dress like that, or like, And I was like, what? And it was awful. And I do understand that Banana Overdose got the death threats, because for me, it was also eventually there. And it's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. I have a few Somali friends, to be honest, but I don't really like interact with that side, because I feel like it's very judgmental, especially the men are very judgmental towards the women. And I do understand, because Somali women are way prettier than Somali men.
You know where you had that first.
You know it. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
I'd feel like if I came, like this, from my community, one thing I always say is like, you guys, you need to be like the Somalis, like they always hold each other's hands. They're always working together. There's always, you always like, you can't be by yourself. Like some communities, you can just be together. Like, me, I've gone. I'm moving out, and there's nothing you want auntie coming. How dare you? Like, are you done? And there's that, wait, you're going to take me to my grandfather? It's like, but
and
then
beat me.
What are you going to do? Beat me?
Yeah.
But like with Somalis, it seems like it's such a close-knit, society, and you kind of like, wow, if I had that, maybe. But then also, they on the flip side, it's like, I don't know where's the freedom here? Like.
Yeah, like honestly, they're very loving. It's a strong community. But when someone does something that is outside the community, or like different from what the normal term of the Somali culture is, it's always attack. And then when you do something good, all of a sudden, then you're like, oh, I'm a Somali sister. But like when you do something differently from what they're used to, then they just attack you.
And you've been doing a lot of amazing stuff, which would be sort of contrary to what is expected of you as a Somali girl. Yes.
And I feel like online, they're like, oh yeah, she's adopted by white people, so she can behave like that. So they sort of eventually like let me be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
When you look at everything that you've done so far, and everything you've done mostly is in Netherlands, but then you've also made an international step with Too Hot to Handle. Do you think you'll ever do a reality show?
Yes, I'm doing actually a few this year. I can't say much about it. Yeah, a few. I'm like super excited for it. And I'm also excited to be back in Kenya. I want to spend my time here and between here and Amsterdam. And yeah, I love it here. I can't wait.
Tell me one thing that, like, when you're talking to your friends, you're like, I'm from Kenya. And then they're like, okay, cool. So what's that one thing you're most grateful for about being a Kenyan?
I think the Swahili language.
Really?
I love it so much. Kenyan food, ugali na skuma. I always cook it for my friends in Holland. I haven't cooked it recently for a friend. I love how Kenyans love to party. It's always a good vibe. Sometimes it's too much. You can't outdrink a Kenyan, but I love them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you feel more of a Kenyan?
Yes, I
whose
do.
heritage comes from here, but like is based in Netherlands,
Yes.
and now you're making that step to bridge your heritage here and your base in Netherlands.
Yes.
When you look at Kenya or Africa, what excites you most about being in this space at the moment?
The opportunities. I feel like Kenya is in a growth phase, and there's so much new happening, and there's so much that we can build, and there's so much ideas in the country, and I just love it. And also, people are very very humble. They're very happy with what they have, and people in the West are just not grateful for the things that they have. And I feel like when you walk around in Kenya, you see people that have less and that are really grateful and still wake up every morning and just like, seize the day. And I feel like that's something I want back in my life. And in the West, people are just living day by day. No one is really enjoying life. Yeah.
It's interesting you say that. You're like the third person who said that in like 2 weeks. And I've really been mulling over that idea that, okay, Africans are happy with the little that they have. And there's a saying I gave here, I think about 5-6 weeks ago, where I said, as somebody who has money, you can't judge someone who doesn't have money by saying, oh, you should try this, you should do this, have you thought of this, right? If I was in your shoes, this is what I'd do, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to judge someone like that.
Very easy.
Same way it is easy for someone who doesn't have money to judge someone who has money. I say, me, if I had money, I'd feed the hungry. I would build homes for homeless people.
Wait till you have to pay taxes.
Till you have that money and you're like, what? I say, what? So with that thinking, when I hear that phrase about, Africans, we are okay with the little that we have. Now, I think everybody makes do with what they have, right? So with that same breath, like if you go to places like Tibet where like, there's people living village life and they seem very happy with the little that they have, it's because that's what they have. You have to make do with what you have,
yeah.
right? And in the same breath as, someone like, people in first world countries, they're not appreciative. It's they're making do with what they have. You expect there to be this. So when it's not there, it's your right to ask, and be upset that it's not there.
Exactly.
But here, we are paying 40% taxes, and there's so many missing things. And even if I complain, it's like talking to the
wall.
The wall, right? So I can't say that Africans make do or are happy even with the little that they have. It's not that they're happy with the little that they have. They just don't have an otherwise. Because the moment someone makes a bit of money, the first thing they do is get away from that space of
where they are,
of having little, and now they start purchasing things. So, I was thinking about that, and I was like, I don't think I'm an African. I don't think Africans don't enjoy poverty, right? They just don't know what the other side could be like. Because the moment you taste the other side, you're like, God damn, I ain't going back to, who said I like what? I like,
who said I'm going back there?
No, this, there's nothing like that. So what do you think, looking at Kenya and looking at Africa where it is right now, what do you think, where do you see Jawahir fitting in all this?
Okay, so I have a vision for myself, and the vision is to be a therapist. And to come back and work in Kenya and also work in Amsterdam, where I grew up, and eventually start a business here. And that's my dream.
Yeah? What kind of business are you looking to get into?
I'm looking to get into the beauty business. Yes.
Like some makeups here.
Makeup.
And you said you'd let your child get into a reality show. But for me, I always tell people, You want to get into a reality show? Just know what you're getting into.
Exactly. Yeah. Just know what you're signing up for.
Let's imagine you're 19, just about to get into the reality show. Advise yourself. Advise 19-year-old you.
Be yourself and love yourself, and don't go looking for external love, because every love that you need is already within yourself.
Really?
Definitely.
What would you tell yourself about expectations? Because I know when you're going in there, you're just like, oh my God, I'm going to be a superstar.
I'm going to be so famous.
I'm going to be rich, bitch.
The less expectations you have, the better. Don't go in there thinking that you're going to be a millionaire. Don't go in there thinking that, oh, everyone's going to love me and I'm going to be so famous. The less expectations you have, the better, because the less likely you're mostly going to get disappointed by what you get out of the show.
You know, when I watched the show, I didn't think you were a nice person.
Really?
No, like nice. You know, not good. Good person. Good and nice are two different things.
True. But why did you think I was a nice person?
Do you want to be a nice person?
No, I want to be a good person.
Exactly. So nice, you know, like those ones for like, you know, trust Jawahir, she'll got you. You know, if you've got a problem, go to Jawahir. You're always just like, yo, what time is it? Like, you know, I'm going to speak my mind. And let's be honest, people... Let me speak for myself, like from my experience. People don't like outspoken women. And you had a quote you're going to read me.
Yes, I actually wrote a quote a few days before I got here. And it's about basically being outspoken and knowing what you want as a woman. Because the world is always trying to silence us or like polish us in a certain way. And the quote goes like this. Because the world loves beauty best when it's quiet. Loves ambition best when it's polished. Loves women best when they are soft but never spilling. And
clock it.
Exactly. And I was like, I'm so tired of holding this pill. I want to be outspoken. I want to say what I want. I want to chase my dreams. And yeah, I'm afraid I'm always going to be that girl that's always outspoken. Yeah. And some people may like it, some people may not, but as long as I like it, then we're good.
And that's the thing about nice people. Nice people care more about what other people think of them.
That's a dangerous game to play.
And that's where you end up fitting in. In some reality shows, you find someone thinks, oh, if I'm nice to everybody, then I'm going to get to the money. And that's not the truth. People can see through... and I guess that's why you resonated, because you were like so matter-of-factly, you know, you're just saying it as it is. And I think there's an East Africanness in you. That's like, you know, literally you're just waiting for someone to come so that you can say it in Swahili. You know, like, mbona hapati kenye nasema?
You know, understanding.
Which is a typical East African thing. But coming from that experience, talking to your younger self, your 19-year-old self, and, you know, because when you're going into that space, you just say, I'm going to be what? And then life responds, you know, to how, like, let's talk about how someone loses their naivete, for example. 1 minute, you're just like, I'm going to share my ideas. I'm going to tell the world, everybody must know. And then the world responds, says no to your ideas.
Yes.
And then you now start being more guarded, more, you know, protective over yourself. 19-year-old you who went to the reality show, when you left, you were a different person. Because now, you know, people are critiquing you. People are telling you things that nobody has prepared you for this. Not even your parent, even if they held your hand and said, I'm going to walk you through this. The thing about fame is that it can only be experienced by the person who's famous. Exactly. Other people are experiencing it peripherally. Which is like, don't say that about my sister, but this is on the sister. Someone has said, your forehead is big. It's like, where are you going to get the grace to
carry all that?
Carry on that and say, yes, I like my forehead. And there's nothing I'm going to, you know, you're going to do about it. What would you tell yourself going into the house, understanding that there's all these stones that are coming at you and they all require a different kind of strength to be able to handle that? What would you tell yourself?
It was actually really hard, to be honest. I feel like I was so young and you're being put on a wild stage and no one prepares you for it.
And this shows they only like young people.
Exactly.
You know, there's no like, if you ask me, reality shows should have 50-year-olds and above because they know what they're getting into.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're mature, they're fully emotionally grown, and they know what they're doing. And with young people, it's like it can either shape you or break you. And I feel like I went through the whole thing, and because of like my past, I already had this strength within me, this resilience. And if I didn't have that, it would have been different. Also, one of the things I love about like how I handle the situation is I've always prioritized movement in my life. So working out. And that's really important because resilience in the body creates resilience in the mind. And the moment you start moving, and then like life throws things at you, because you can't control what happens to you. You can only control how you go on about it. And the moment you have a mindset that is strong, that is like, okay, this is happening to me, but I can deal with this, I can go through this, that's what will take you far in life, and that's your mindset. And in order to get to that mindset, move your body. Because resilience in the body is resilience in the mind, and that's how you can deal with a lot of stuff, because it all comes down to mindset.
Africa is currently in the world. Oh my God, Africa. Yesterday I was watching this really ignorant conversation about the reason I moved to Africa. I'm like, bitch, pick the country that you moved to.
Name the country. Oh my God, I actually do not like it when people say Africa. I'm like, Africa is a continent. We have multiple countries. Name one.
She is over here telling us how I got sick on my trip to Africa. I'm like, bitch, which Africa? South?
Timbuktu, Africa?
Which Africa did you move to? Like, we need details and information so we know which one to avoid, right?
Please tell us.
And but where, you know, when you were going to move into the Netherlands when you were a kid, this was like the place to be. But now everything is moving back to Africa. Everybody's like, yo, Africa is popping. There's opportunities here. When you were on the reality show, like say Too Hot to Handle, being the only African girl at the time, do you feel like there's a chip on your shoulder? There's a lot of people who mention that, you know, coming into a space, especially that's not predominantly African, you end up being like sort of like a token, and you feel like you're representing a whole continent on your shoulder. Do you feel that kind of pressure?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And that pressure got lifted off my shoulders the moment I won the show. And I was like, yes, I did it. For all the little black girls watching, like I did it. I did it, you know? Yeah.
And after, you know, your interactions, which are not done, and we can't, could you give us a snippet on what to expect on reality shows? Don't come here with like, I can't share anything. Like, tell us at least something to be looking forward to.
The reality shows that I'm going to do?
Yes.
It's actually Dutch shows. So it's fun. Yeah.
So now you're going to just be talking in Dutch so that us guys can't be able to watch.
Ik kan wel in het Nederlands praten eigenlijk. Maar wil je liever Nederlands praten?
Me,
of
baby, at this point is where usually I change the channel.
I actually speak 5 languages as well. Goedemorgen, Nairobi.
What?
Goedenavond. Is it good morning? Is it going to air in the morning or in the evening?
We do not watch things in the morning. It's going to be the evening.
Goedenavond, Nairobi. Ik ben Jawahir. En vandaag ga ik een kleine podcast voor jullie opnemen.
You said, how many languages did you say you speak?
5.
Somali,
Swahili, English, Dutch, and Oromo.
Oromo.
Yes.
Wait, so that's your Ethiopian side?
Yes.
Ah.
So I had to learn in order to talk to my grandma. Because she spoke a little bit of Swahili. She speaks a little bit of Swahili, but Oromo is like her language. And I had to learn that to speak to her.
Which one do you think in?
That's the thing. I think in all 5 languages.
No.
Honestly,
there must be one that you go to translate the others.
No. Literally all languages. Like sometimes I'm trying to make a sentence and I'll be like, this word I know in English and this in Dutch, but then what was it in Swahili again? And then my brain will just da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, sometimes I even pronounce some English words differently because of all the 5 languages I speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Jawahir, clearly there's a lot in store for you, and you're currently making your not your break, but your bridge. You're creating your bridge between Nairobi, Africa at the center. Have you been to any other African countries, by the way?
Yes, I've been to Tanzania, Uganda, and where else have I been? That's it.
So you've just basically been in Kenya.
Yeah, I love Kenya.
This is Kenya.
I love it here.
And our cousins, Uganda and Tanzania.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what you're going to be able to do, especially across the continent. Do you think there's room for somebody who's, a professional in reality shows? Do you think we're doing enough here on the continent with reality shows? And do you think there's space for something like that? I think
there's space for more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you watched anything Kenyan reality show?
Not really.
That's where I should have started.
What should I watch? What's a Kenyan show that I should watch?
I think there's is it Nairobi Housewives? Is it Nairobi Housewives? The one for Kina Vera. Real Housewives of Nairobi.
Housewives of Nairobi.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I will watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe I will be on it one day. No,
I
don't
think
my God,
you
it's
are.
a nightmare to be a housewife for me. No, thank you.
I don't know whether you'd manage that kind of drama. It's because it's a different kind of drama.
Do they fight?
I have to be. Can I just be honest?
Mm-hmm,
I think I watched like half of an episode, not because I don't think I'm the target audience. I think I'm a good reality star. I don't think I'm a good reality viewer. All right, and that's why I like the formats for Netflix on shows that it's going to end here.
Exactly, and then after that you're done.
Yeah, I'm not here for the drama. Like I'm not here for the. I don't want to say fake lifestyle, because like with such too hot to handle or something, it's like you're on a set and you do your thing and you leave. It's not.
Yeah, you go home after.
Come home bring your home clothes, let's see what her friend's car looks like. You get what I'm
flaunting saying? What you have and selling
an
image online and on television. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares about that. We care about your hearts, guys.
No, guys actually care about that shit. What are you talking about? Like, these shows are huge. That's why, and I think you've just answered the question. There's clearly need for more reality shows from Kenya.
Basically, yeah. I would love to make one. Let's make one.
Would you produce, considering have you done anything in terms of production of shows?
I have, actually. Mm-hmm. I did 1 year of filming school, acting and filming and directing, and I love to direct. So honestly, I can't wait to see what I can do here. I'm so ready. I'm so full of ideas, and I'm so excited to work with new people and meet new people and grow. And yeah.
What's your favorite Kenyan music at the moment?
Kenyan music, I like Sauti Sol. The tall guy from Sauti Sol, I don't know what's his name.
Bien.
Yeah, he's so cool. Honestly,
okay.
Yeah.
So you don't listen to Kenyan music?
I do listen to Kenyan music.
Okay, what else do you listen to?
Okay, should I look on my playlist?
There's a reason I'm asking.
Wait, is Ali Kiba Kenyan?
Thank you very much for that. So Ali Kiba, Sauti Sol, who else?
Ali Kiba, Sauti Sol. Let me see, Kenyan songs. What's his name?
No, please take your time.
Jawahir Khalifa, I used to listen to him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my guy. Shout out to Jawahir Khalifa.
And what's his name? Prezzo?
Hey, bro, when him say?
Is he still alive?
What? You know Prezzo? Fun fact, Prezzo was in Big Brother after me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he used to be so cool. I used to dress like him for Halloween, to be like a rapper.
What?
Yeah, because I was so mesmerized by the rapper's idea.
Yeah. Okay.
And the baggy clothes.
So you're clearly not caught up on Kenyan music at the moment.
No, just like old school Kenyan music.
So how are you gonna come back to Kenya if you don't know what's going on? Okay,
I'm gonna do a club appearance.
You failed on the music side. Let's go to the other side.
Okay.
Name any celebrities that you know from Kenya.
Any celebrities I know from Kenya. I know you.
Sit down. Be humble.
I know you. Sit down, be humble. Okay. Oh my God, Kenyan celebrities. I'm just like blacking out right now.
Because so you see, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
Don't hurt yourself. So like you need to catch up on Kenyan stuff.
Yes, I need to catch up. So please, guys, let me know what I should catch up on. Share it with me.
Right. The last TV show from Kenya, or anything that is Kenyan on the TV, even if it's an ad.
Let's not do this. Oh my God.
Anything, just anything.
I'm so
okay,
shy.
mention a TV station.
A TV station, KTN.
Thank God. Okay. let's go back. Name any show that you remember. There's no pressure. There is, but like there's no pressure.
Okay, I used to watch this show when I was younger and we lived in Kenya, and it was a show about like a school thing. I don't remember.
Tahidi High.
Tahidi High, yeah, I used to watch that.
Okay, which Tahidi?
Yeah.
Oh, you have really clap for yourself. Hey, you know
I
something.
love that show.
You know something. So you have a lot of catching up to do.
Yes, a lot of catching up to do.
A lot of awesome things, and I feel like you can add a lot of value in this ecosystem, and especially because this side of East Africa, we have a lot of great superstars who are doing internationally amazing stuff, but we don't feel their presence here locally. I'll give you an example. Lupita Nyong'o, right?
Oh, Lupita Nyong'o, of course.
Yeah.
Like,
and
she's so pretty.
She's amazing, but we don't necessarily feel her impact here. I'll speak for myself. Every time we talk about this, the girls come for. I'm sure she's doing things in the background, but it would be great to have like acting classes. I don't know, whatever, right? Yourself, who's in reality shows, if we could be able to feel that trickle effect here, let's work on something.
Yeah, let's work on something.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so excited to be to just come back in Kenya and do more and learn more. And I'm so open to learning more and meeting new people. And I'm really excited about it. So let's create something new.
I love it.
We can create a reality show.
Yeah. I have
How
a couple
about a
of
reality
ideas.
show about running? I love to run. Do you run?
I run things. I run my mouth.
Oh my God, we should do a reality show about how people go to run clubs and then they like date each other. Like a dating reality show about running.
It's done.
Honestly, that would be so
done.
fun.
It's done.
Let's do it.
Before I let you go, you know your hands feel like a carpenter's hands. I had to bring this up, girl.
Yeah,
What
it looks
happened?
awful. So when I arrived in Nairobi,
And this is a cautionary tale for you. You probably don't even know what you're allergic to. Listen to this carefully.
listen to this carefully. So when I flew to Nairobi to do my 5K run with Naya Movement for in celebration for Women's Day, I was really excited. And then my mom was like, remember to take a malaria pill so that you don't get malaria. So normally when we leave the Netherlands, we have the healthcare that gives you pills that you can take whilst traveling. So I normally take those, and then I don't get malaria or like I don't get sick while I travel to other countries. So every country has like a specific type of pill that they give you that you take once you come from the West to other countries, just to protect yourself. And so my pills were late. So I asked my friend here to get me a malaria pill, and she went to the pharmacy, poor thing, and she bought me a malaria pill. So when I got to the airport, she gave me the medication, and I had to take 2 the first day and then wait 2 days and then take 2 more. And apparently the medicine contains sulfur, and I was in and out of the hospital for 3 days, and then I was committed for eventually 5 more days. So it was just a week of nightmare, a week of hell. And yeah, I'm allergic to sulfur, and I found out that
And it can kill you.
It can kill you. So what I had was the Steven Johnson syndrome, and most people don't survive it. And honestly, posting about it, people were online like, hey, my sister didn't make it. Or my mom didn't make it.
Shit.
And then just sitting in that hospital bed and reading all those messages and being like, but I survived, you know? And I was so close to losing my life.
Can you imagine?
It was so scary and traumatizing, and it was a lot of pain. It was awful. Even my feet, my whole body's peeling. It's very uncomfortable, especially being a girl who's so self-aware about like how you look and how you dress. But I chose to embrace it, and right now I look at life differently, way softer. I'm just like flowing through life, and I feel like when you come close to death, you appreciate things more. Because I used to be grateful to God, but now I am more grateful to be here in this moment. So I'm like seizing the day. Honestly, I wake up smiling because I got another chance to life. Yeah. So it's a scary thing, the Steve Johnson syndrome. I would not recommend you guys to Google it. It's horrible. Yeah.
I know you have paused to go Google, and now you asked for it. She said, don't pause.
Aki, don't Google.
Anyway, when you tell people don't,
they do it.
I don't know if you've seen here in Kenya, the moment the moment you're just driven to write to Siko Joy Harper, you have just created a new toilet.
People pee there.
Right there, like there where the sign is Usi in the center, pap, that's where they pee.
Oh my God,
It's normal. People
That's
do
gross.
it. Especially guys. Guys are gross.
It's actually so unfair that men can pee
Anywhere.
You guys are so lucky.
Did you say lucky?
Yeah, like they can go anywhere. I wouldn't pee in public, but like you guys can just go behind a tree
Imagine. Or they can just be
and carry a bottle of water and like tissue and just go.
Did you say a bottle of water and tissue? Oh
Of
my
course.
God. Which guys are you talking about? These ones who are just, you're seated in a matatu, then the next thing they're like, hold my drink. They just, even he has not completely come out of the vehicle and he's already aiming at a wall. Shwa! And now you're just sitting there with your mom in the car just asking, Mom, what's that? Why is this grown man removing his anaconda in traffic? It's a no, thank you.
That is crazy.
It was a pleasure to have you here on the pod. I'm
Thank you
glad
so
you're feeling
much.
and looking so great. And thank you so much for sharing with us what your plans are. We're looking forward to seeing you blossom. And we're about to shoot a reality show. So let us know, yeah?
What
If
you
you're
guys
part
thinking?
of a running club.
I know a running club. I have multiple
And
running
if
clubs.
you want, we're going to do auditions very, very soon.
Oh my
So,
God. Sign up, guys.
if you want to be part of we have not yet thought, we run this, right?
We run this.
We'll tell you more
That's
about
actually
it.
a good name.
But we'll talk about it. Jawahir, so grateful for you to be here. And and I can't wait for us to have another session where we talk about what's happening. I'm sure at that point we'd have learned Dutch because we got to watch this show.
I'll teach you Dutch and I will do my homework on Kenyan celebrities. I'll watch the Nairobi Housewife.
Real Houses of Nairobi.
Yes, I
and
will
there's
watch
also
that.
another. I'll send you. There's another
God.
one, right? There's like 2 or 3 reality shows.
Send it to me and thank you so much for having me on the show today. And may something beautiful happen to you.
Yeah, and to you too, girl.
Thank you, girl.
All right, guys, you know what you need to do from this point. Share with your friends. Let them know Boxpod is back. And we're going to have someone else sitting in that same seat next episode. Kapow.